My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Welcome back, folks. Hey, if you're in the real estate game, are you generating your own motivated seller leads, or are you relying 100% on realtors? Are you relying on the MLS? What are you up to when it comes to generating leads? Well, today's special guest, zooming in from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the first guy I've met from Oshkosh, actually. We've got Andrew Engel, who is a very experienced lead generator, experienced real estate investor, real estate entrepreneur based in Wisconsin, and he's very, very good at generating leads. He does this for himself. He does this for other people as well. And that's what we're going to dive into today. So Andrew, welcome to the call. Great to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Give us a quick snapshot of what your real estate investing business looks like August 2024.
Sure. Right now, I spend my day talking with motivated sellers and finding new ways to generate leads. And that's pretty much,
Generate leads for motivated sellers.
yes.
Yeah.
And so generating leads and talking with them, trying to close deals. I run an acquisitions business. So that is where I spend 100% of my time.
Very, very cool. So when you're closing your own deals, what kind of deals are you typically doing?
Well, I do wholesale deals. I do fix and flip deals. I do buy and hold, and I do creative finance as well. So my goal is to talk with sellers, understand what their problem is, and see if I can solve it. If I don't have a problem to solve, I flat out tell the seller, hey, I'm probably not a good fit for you, because in order for me to justify a discount that I would need in order to buy your property, I need to provide some value in return for that. So I try to knock that out almost immediately with sellers as fast as I can. But that's why I try to focus on people who have, distressed situations, whether that's a property or financial, something like that. Those are the people who I want to talk to, because those are the people I can actually help.
What is the market size that you're looking at? Are you covering the entire state or part of it, or what does that look like, Andrew?
I do cover the entire state of Wisconsin.
Mhm.
I do focus more in on the northeastern Wisconsin, which is several different counties. But overall, I do market to the entire state.
So the part that you're really focusing on, what's like the population size of that area, give or take?
It's probably, I'd say, around 300,000. It's
So
not big.
not okay. Then the reason I'm asking this, Andrew, is probably half of our listeners and viewers are Canadian. So population wise, we can probably relate to you on that end a lot better than somebody that's doing this kind of stuff in Florida or other much more populous states. So your sweet spot, the area that you really like to focus on, has a population of about 300,000 people. What are you finding that's working best for you these days for generating these motivated seller leads? And I'm really curious about it because back in the day, this is the kind of stuff I was doing in a very small market where I lived at the time. I had about 80,000 people, about 100,000 people in the entire area that I was focusing on. So I'm always interested in what works well in these smaller population areas.
Sure. Well, I think it depends on how you're marketing. Whether you're cold calling or direct mail, PPC, what have you. But I like to focus in on kind of a shotgun approach on certain lead types, and then more of I guess, a focused.
A rifle approach kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes. Where I'm really talking to a specific seller, and my marketing is very, very directed towards their problem. But in the shotgun approach, that's more of like absentee owners, the general, uh, the general large list pulls that I think everybody probably hits, because they work. But I like to focus in more on like divorces, evictions, foreclosures, probates, tax delinquent, and like code violations. So anything where there's an inherent reason for them to sell,
Hmm.
um, and particularly like in the case of foreclosures, that's one of the main lead types where they have to take action, otherwise
Hmm.
they will lose their house. There's not many other leads that are in that boat,
Yeah,
and
that's pretty much getting as motivated as you're going to get.
right, exactly, exactly. So I try to focus in on providing solutions to those people, whether it's me or not. And I try to come from more of a helpful approach to solve their problem. And if it involves me buying the house, excellent. But if I can still help guide that person into a better situation, that's really where I try to focus my time.
Are you doing a lot of direct mail, or is most everything that you're doing online or calling people? What are
Yep,
the
direct
different?
mail and cold calling.
Okay. And what kind of, if you don't mind sharing, it's just to get the head around what kind of volume is required to get results, kind of. So if you're doing direct mail, what are you typically mailing out in a month on average, let's say?
About 3,000 mailers, I'd say, a month.
Mhm.
That can vary. Sometimes I go up to five, sometimes I'm only at two.
Yeah.
Depends on the quantity that I'm working with that month and which sequence number I'm on, because sometimes I mail people, 8 times before I stop that list.
Yeah.
Um, but that's about for the direct mail. For cold calling, I've done anywhere from 5,000 a month to 5,000 a week on different lists.
Very good. And when you're doing the cold calling, when you say 5,000, that means dials, not necessarily, definitely not conversations. Or
No.
do you have a whole VA team from somewhere pounding the phones for you?
Yep. I don't do the cold calling myself. I do hire that out.
Thank
Uh,
God, huh?
yes. Yes. I can't think of a faster way to get burned out in this
Yeah.
business than
Yeah.
that.
Very cool. And what have you found best, like for, because I'm in the process, not for generating those kind of leads, but uh, getting cold callers going. What have you found? Who have you found does the better job, and where are they based out of, your cold callers? Are they American?
Uh,
Are they from the Philippines? Are they Latinos? Where are you getting?
Philippines.
Philippines, yeah.
And in my experience, Philippine people are incredibly hardworking. They're
Mhm.
incredibly gracious and thankful for the opportunity. Um, and they
They're
just don't.
incredibly friendly.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and they don't and they just don't stop. They do not give up. Like they are I they're so grateful for the opportunity. And if you provide them with solid leadership, it's gold. Because I hear a lot of people who do hire VAs or people from the Philippines, and they will say, "Oh, it didn't work. They were terrible. They didn't do the right thing." And I'll say, how often were you having a conversation with them? How well, I heard them and I gave them told them what to do, and they just didn't do it, and they didn't follow up. They didn't. I meet with my VAs like every day,
Wow.
and I make sure that we have a very close relationship, very open relationship, so that they can tell me what's working, what's not. I can guide them through things and build a positive relationship to ensure that things are going well. And when you do that, you build a very faithful, um, very strong team of hardworking people.
Yeah, most definitely. So, how many VAs do you have doing the calls for you these days, Andrew?
Just two.
Just two. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's where I'm at right now, but it is something I want to scale out much more in the future.
Well, you definitely know what to do. You've got the standard operating procedures already in place, and key performance indicators going. Adding more people on, and they probably know people that could do a great job as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you're doing direct mail, you're doing cold calling. What else are you doing these days for generating leads?
I also do a lot of Facebook group posting. So
Interesting.
posting in Facebook groups, buy sell trade groups, that seems to be a great way to find motivated sellers as well. Um, and that is about it, honestly, right now. I dabble in different things, try them out for a while, but those have been kind of the solid lead generators right now.
Very, very cool. All right, so we're sending out about 3,000, I guess, postcards or letters is what are you typically sending out? A postcard?
I mix and match.
Yeah.
I seem to have better luck with letters.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, postcards, hit
Not
or
so much.
miss, not so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. It's always a science figuring out what works and what everybody else isn't doing. So you don't, you stand out a little, look a little bit different. So 3,000 of those, uh, give or take, I guess, 5, 10, maybe 10,000 cold calls a month. Would that
Yep.
be? And then posting in the Facebook groups. And I understand every month's going to be different, but more or less, how many conversations does that lead to for you on the phone with motivated sellers? I don't know, let's say a week, maybe.
Sure. Um, you know, real estate's feast or famine.
Yeah.
So it can be anywhere from I'll have two seller appointment phone calls, like new ones a week, all the way up to, 4 or 5 a day.
Wow. Yeah. Depending
So
on the time of the year, what's going on and everything.
exactly, exactly. But between all of that, I am doing constant follow up with people.
Hmm.
So that's pretty much my day is talking with people.
Interesting. What do you find? Follow up is something I suffer with not doing as well as I probably should. What do you find works well for you to keep on top of things and to find a fresh reason why to be reaching out to somebody after they've turned you down 3 times already and all that kind of normal type stuff? What do you find works well for you for follow up, Andrew?
Well, system-wise, it is using a trusty CRM, one that allows you to set tasks. So every time I'm touching a lead after my conversation, I am setting a new task so I
Mhm.
know when to follow back up with them, whether it's in a day, week, month, 6 months. So I'm always getting a reminder every day with all of the people who I need to talk to.
Smart.
As far as bringing that conversation up, a lot of times people don't even remember talking to me. Like it can be, a day ago or six
Who are
months ago.
you? Yeah. What's this about again? Yeah. Yeah.
Right, right. So and I build strong rapport with people. And you'd be shocked at how they just don't they don't remember talking to you.
Yeah.
So honestly, I just say, hey, we talked a while back about your house, and a while back could be again last week, could be 6 months ago, and just say, hey, we spoke a while back about my interest in buying your house. Just checking in to see if anything has changed or new developments have taken place, and it just starts the conversation right back up.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
no
Smart.
problems.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So where do you see your business going in the next 6 to 12 months, Andrew? What do you got coming up on the horizon that you're excited about?
Well, I am uh, bringing my wife into the business. We actually met at work, like almost 13 years ago. And we've worked together through our entire like professional career essentially. And then when I left the W-2 world to jump into this business full time, we stopped working together and we don't like that. And we work
Oh,
very well together. So that is the next goal. And I'm actually selling a flip next week that's going to give us our revenue goal in order for us to do that. So
that's gonna pay her paycheck.
yes, that was the last checkbox of things we needed to do in order for her to exit. So um, that's the next thing on the horizon, so that we
Exciting.
can begin working and building on bigger things. So that looks to us like building out a bigger team, and
Yeah.
I would love to have most of my team, if not all of it, VAs. So we come from the call center environment. That's what our professional background is, and that's where we'd like to go is building out a team of people who we have training systems for, we have hiring systems for, that we can really build and grow through them.
Very, very cool. How do you anticipating dividing roles and responsibilities between you and your wife if in the past you've worked very, very similar kind of positions or did you work very different positions within the same company?
Yeah, we are the perfect opposites.
Oh,
So
yes.
she's much more right-brained. I am much more left-brained, and that's how we know our roles. And we go through and have already written out what our roles are separately so that we can stay in our lanes and do what we're good at.
Wow, that is so powerful, my friend. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you
Thank you.
because I I'm thinking back, and over the last 20 years, some of the most successful real estate entrepreneurs I know are couples working together in the business, and they know their lanes, they know their roles. And I remember years ago asking one couple, what's the key to your success? And they said, we got the three P's of a successful relationship. And no, sorry, three C's, not P's, three C's. Okay. And okay, what's that? And the commitment. We're committed to each other and we're committed to the same goal. So they have the same goal in mind. Um, Communication. We try to keep business and personal life separated. We never go to bed mad at each other about business stuff. We talk it out, we get it figured out before we go to bed. That's really important. And the third C they mentioned was compromise. And that is every once in a while, we're going to have to come up with a solution that neither one of us likes, but we can both live with. And it's not one person wins and the other person loses. It's coming up with that compromise. So that always stuck out with me. And yeah, it sounds like you and your wife are going to do really well with that.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that. Three C's. We'll have to keep that top of mind as well.
Awesome. So, hey, Andrew, if if people are interested in connecting with you, especially if they're in and around Wisconsin, if they're in a situation where they've got a property they need to dispose of, or if they're in the real estate business and are looking for leads, where should they go? How can they connect with you best?
Well, anyone can find me on Facebook. Name's Andrew Engel. Last name is spelled Engel. Um, Definitely find me on there. But my home buying website, if you're looking to, refer a property, that's fastsellingsolutions.com. Um, and if you are a real estate investor looking for motivated seller leads, I also have a software business called Fresh Picked Leads. So you can go to freshpickedleads.com. It is for Wisconsin people only, but what we do is collect every divorce, eviction, foreclosure, and probate case filing throughout the entire state of Wisconsin. And we provide our users with access to whatever counties you subscribe to. So you can hop on the website, download whatever's been filed for that day to get the freshest data possible. And you can start getting in touch with these motivated, distressed sellers as soon as possible.
Very, very cool. Andrew, thank you very much. It's always fun talking shop and marketing stuff, and congratulations on your success.
Thanks for having me, Dave. This was fun.
All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.